Hello everyone. Right now it's around 9:23 p.m. and as you can see behind me, it's a very beautiful sunset right now with orange clouds and a beautiful sunset right now. So let's start our video here.
In this video, I'm going to explain you guys what are the things that are needed before applying for an admission in Finland. So let's begin. I've divided this slide into three steps. In step one, we are going to look at the things that we need before the application opens. In step two, once your admission is approved, what are the things that are needed for the visa application? And in step three, we're going to discuss about the optional things that we can do. So step number one, make things ready before the application opens. The first thing that you need to have is the passport, specifically speaking, the electronic passport. It has a chip attached to it. It has been introduced in Pakistan as well. So if your passport is not converted yet, make sure that it is converted. Then we have the English proficiency tests like IELTS, TOEFL, or Duolingo. So make sure that you check the requirements of your university or your educational institute and prepare for your English proficiency test accordingly. The more, the merrier. And it's better to have like 5.5 or 6 bands if you're moving to Finland. Like, this is the minimum requirement. Then we have the educational certificates and their attestations or verifications. So here I'm gonna speak specifically for Pakistan since I belong from Pakistan. If you've done metric or if you've done FSC, then first what you need to do is that you need to get them verified from your concerned boards. For example, if you've studied from a Faisabad board, you're going to get them verified from that board. But if you study from the Aga Khan board, you're going to get them verified from there. And after your degrees and your mark sheets are verified from your boards, you are going to get them attested from the IBCC. And if you have done a bachelor's or a master's degree, then you need to get your degrees verified or attested from the HEC or the Ministry of Foreign Office. Then we have letter of motivation. Make sure you think thoroughly about it and write about why have you chosen the field for your studies, why have you taken that program, what's your interest, and what's your enthusiasm behind it, what's your passion. So think about your letter of motivation and write accordingly. It's quite important. Then if you have any work experiences, then attach the required or relevant certificates accordingly. But if you don't have any work experience, then it's okay, you can leave that. This is an optional point. You can skip this. It's nothing to worry about. Then start preparing for your entrance exams earlier. Here in Finland, there are some educational institutes that require an entrance exam before entering their university. And after your entrance exam, sometimes there's an interview arranged. There's group discussion, but of course, I'm going to talk about that in a later video. And let's move forward. So it's step two. Once your admission has been approved and or granted, what are the things that you need to do? So you need to get an appointment in an embassy or VFS, like case in point, maybe in UAE, Abu Dhabi, if you get an appointment there. And then we have the funds. So what you need to do is that you need to show funds for at least 1 year of the fees that you're going to pay to your educational institute and the living expenses, like the expenses that are going to be consumed when you're going to move to Finland. So you need to show funds of at least of 1 year. And also consider some additional funds for traveling for your appointment destination, such as UAE, or maybe some other country. And finally, of course, if you're coming to Finland, then maybe save some for that too. Then you need to show some proof for your funds, and for that purpose, you're going to attach the bank statements supporting your above funds that we have talked about. And you need to show some documents that prove the legality of the funds that you've shown to the embassy or to the VFS office. These documents may include the salary or the pension slips, or maybe the FBR papers. In my case, in Pakistan, the FBR, or the Federal Board of Revenue, is a taxing body. So there might be some similar taxing bodies in your countries as well. So you need to attach the relevant tax papers or property papers as well. And the point of attaching all these papers is to make sure that your wealth, your funds, your financial situation is all coming under a legal umbrella. It's not illegally acquired. So that's the purpose of providing such documents. And one more important thing, that any person can sponsor your studies or provide funds for your studies as well. It can be your relative, your family friend, or even your acquaintances. So there's no necessary obligation for only your family to support you, for your immediate family to support you. There can be other people who can support you too. Then there's one more Pakistan specific point about the family registration certificate. If your family, if your parents, let's say your mother or your father are supporting you, then you, in order to give a proof, you need to attach the FRC, or the family registration certificate, with it in order to prove your relation with your mother or your father. Then in step 3, we're going to talk about the tasks that are better to do if you're moving to Finland, but they're optional. If you want to do them, you can do them, but if you don't want to, leave. First of all, it's the driving license. If you have a driving license, if you've passed the test in your home country, you can use the same driving license here in Finland as well for 2 years. Why? Because of the Geneva Convention. It's a paper signed by countries that allows people to use their driving license or to drive in their in Finland as well. So you can use your license here, and then after 2 years you can give a driving test here, and if you pass that successfully, you can continue driving, I guess. Then another point is that start learning Finnish timely. If you're going to move to Finland and you're sure about that, then please start learning Finnish timely. Maybe you can download any language learning app such as Duolingo or maybe any other, and start practicing the basic Finnish phrases or a basic Finnish language. It will help you in your finding a job, or it will help you in daily life communication. So it's quite important. And yeah, lastly, start packing. Keep your summer clothes. There's no snow here. I'm just being sarcastic. It's quite cold here. Keep your winter jackets and stuff, winter clothes with you before moving to Finland. And the last point I would like to say is that I would like all of you to do this by your own self. I would encourage you to perform all of the steps by your own self. Please don't consult or refer to any educational consultant or quote unquote agents. It will cost you money, it will cost you a headache, it will take a toll on your mental health. So rather than taking a risk, please do it yourself. I did it myself and I recommend you to do so. So yeah, that's it for the video, and good luck with your moving to Finland. Yeah, thank you, bye.